unapologetically. Let me put my seatbelt on because I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I usually always have my seatbelt on before I pull off, but I was moving too fast. So, God forgive me. I'm not putting my safety first. You know I like to joke but be serious at the same time, so don't take this the wrong way. I really mean this prayer. Like, God forgive me. I'm not putting my safety first. Well, today I wanted to talk about moral compasses, since that's kind of how I see God or divine direction for me internally anyway. There's a north, there's a south, there's a east, there's a west and an east, and I kind of see God as God is north. God is north far as direction wise, but like I just look at it like God is ahead, and then like I am me, but God made me, so I am God in a fractal piece, and so like I literally like in human form. And if I incarnated in any form, I would be a fractal piece of God. So I look at all of us as pieces of God. Some of us chooses to tap into, God's divinity a lot more than others. God did give us free will, but that's just how I see that. So God, in its whole entirety, the whole energetic force is like literally here. And it all depends on where I'm tapped in at, right? So like God can sometimes be ahead of me, and then I am south. God is north, I'm south. And so I look at myself as like the representation of the son and the daughter. And then west and east is the father and the mother. And then there's God, who is all. But when we all hone in alignment, literally when I hone in alignment with myself, my greatest version of myself, that's when I tap into that ultimate source where I don't see God outside of myself. I can fathom God without becoming egotistical and becoming holier than thou. Because my focus is not anyone else, my focus is myself. So that's why I'm able to come in to myself. And so I look at it as a compass rose. Like I literally look at it north, south, and you got these degrees and these angles. I'm not tapping in to nobody's, secret societies and all this shit. This is shit I have acquired throughout experience in life. So, literally anything, surely, in secrecy, people can learn that on their own. So it's just you can learn it quicker if you're doing a group. That's it, that's all. You can have more support if you're doing a group. That's it, that's all. For the spiritual people who have been navigating life using your compass. Everybody talks about moral compasses and all that stuff. Like, it's literally the same thing. But yeah, so when I need an energetic force field, that is when we become one. But then when I need, more coverage, that is when we spread out. It's not separation. It is literally spreading out so that I can cover more ground. I cannot see, know, hear, sense every single thing in this human form. Even when I try to, it will drive me mad. So, like, you have to, know and trust that, like, there are forces that are expanding outside of you that got your back, that got you covered. And so, like, that's how I kind of have been viewing my navigation system, been viewing God. We talk about the will in certain, religions and stuff like that. And we talk about it in so many different ways. Some people really view it as the will, and some view it as like God's will. Like God gives you free will to drive your own. Like we're not literally thinking about this. Like God's will is literally allowing God to navigate your ship. And when I think of God, I do not think of an actual physical form. I think of it energetic, like it is life itself. So it's like it can never just be one thing for me. And that's just how I see it. God is everything. And we're experiencing God in its fractal pieces. It's just like how light reflect, and you get to see prisms of light being shown. And I like to think of God as everything that we are viewing, seeing, facing, challenges, all that stuff. It is all God. It's all God. Some people even, their cognitive start to dissonance when it comes to, well, God I serve isn't evil. And it's like, well, that would mean that your God is not all powerful, because that would mean that evil is separate from God. And surely evil has derived very far from the goodness of God, but God created all, so surely evil literally is God. And however, I think the fucked up part about the societies we've created, not we as an I, but like we as in some sick-minded people, we as in we have been upholding it. We all been upholding it. But we did not create that shit, so we will not take credit for that. It is a fractal piece that created that, and we as a collective have been upholding it though. And without us, it will no longer stand the same way. But the same attributes that entity, that fractal piece of God possessed, the same attributes that it literally is operating in, surely we could use those same attributes for goodness. Right now they're just in their perverse state and they're causing us detriment. So literally it is our responsibility as humans to literally take back our power, transform and transmute what it is that literally is going on. And it starts with yourself. It starts with yourself, and then it expands outwards. So literally, I don't know, I'm just going to share that for whoever is meant to see that. Maybe you are conceptualizing how you view God, and it doesn't fit the religious beliefs, but I do look at God as all things. And I do look at God as giving us free will to operate our own vessels, our own ships, our spaceships, our motherships, our vessel. Our vessel is literally a vehicle. It is literally a vehicle walking around, bumping into each other's orbits, not by chance. Literally things are happening and aligning for a purpose and a reason. The coincidence that's taught to us, even coincidences that don't mean nothing to you, they're not a coincidence. Like, they're literally for something. It's just you don't have access to what that's for. It doesn't match your business. That's what it is. Like I said, you can't know all in these vessels. And even if you are allowed access to know a whole hell of a lot, it is not humanly healthy for us to know and sense every single thing in these vessels. No matter what your rank is, you gotta remain humble and grounded and on this earth, because that's where we're at in this moment, in this time. So if you do time travel and you do know thyself, like you know who you are, and you know that you know what you know and all that stuff, if you know events that haven't occurred yet, but you know they're coming to, fruition, if you know past timelines that broke but never came, to this timeline, it never it followed, that line broke, it severed, but you know the possibilities and what it was, and you have to do your due diligence to remain grounded in this current timeline and space. So nothing wrong with traveling, nothing wrong with astral projecting, nothing wrong with knowing. It's just that you have to be grounded in where you at. I had to learn that. I'm still learning a lot of things, so I'm not preaching from an all-knowing aspect. It is just, I know what I know, and that's it. That's what I know. And then until I know something different, that's what I know. Such is life. And that's just where I'm at. I am trying to let God take my wheel, relinquishing control and submitting unto God's will. Because for me, a lot of people look at God, like I said, in so many different ways. But for me, my view of God is all, God is love. Like, God is like the purest form of energy flow you could ever experience. And it's when I say God is love, a lot of people think love is a weakness. Love is a strength. Love is powerful. Love is one of the most powerful energies I've ever felt in my whole entire life. And that's why God is love. People think that love doesn't stop up and protect. They think love is soft. Love will kill you to protect its own. So never forget that. Like, when I say we gonna lead with love and strategy, we're gonna lead with love and peace. Peace will protect itself. Peace will protect itself. So don't ever fucking think that these things don't protect. It's just that it is gonna do it out of its best benefit. And that's what I love about the ultimate source, the creator of all things. It is what's best. And I am on a journey of allowing myself to embody that. And it's hard. It's hard. It's not easy. And surely, I guarantee you it can be easy in environments that's like literally set for you to prosper and thrive. But when you're in an environment and every fucking morning that you wake up, it's a motherfucking struggle against you just to fucking rise out of bed, to rise up in yourself. Like, it's hard. And so that's where you have to remain faithful. It ain't just faithful, like, you gotta remain faithful in what you know. The moment that you want somebody else to validate your experience internally, what you are consciously experiencing, what you are externally experiencing, the moment that you need validation, you lose credibility to what you know. You don't know it. You having trust issues right now. So I'm going through all of that processing. Bitch, I knew what I knew from the moment I woke up. I knew what I knew from the moment I woke up, but oh my God, I was at such a low self-esteem state. I was just so controllable. Like, when I say controllable, like, it was just, I was an open free fall. Like, it was just, it was madness going on inside me. I was mad. I was angry. I just was just all over the place. And so just learning to take, each day one step at a time. This shit hard. It's not easy in the sense of that the journey is easy. It's just easy that I'm gonna show up for myself every day, no matter the fuck what. As long as I got breath in my body, that's the ease that I have right now. That I'm still here and I'm gonna persevere. But the actual doing part, nigga, I am building muscle. Like, I'm building muscle, not just physically, but like, I am building strength, internally and physically. Like, I am building strength to be somebody I've never been. Surely my core will always be my core, but like, we building new skill sets over this bitch that I didn't even know was possible. I didn't even used to think about. Like, so some of it I used to. Like, some of it was like, I just know this shit ain't for me. But then you get defeated and you get in. But it's like, now I'm older, I don't have to give in to that shit. I don't have to give in to that shit to survive. When I give into it, I feel like I lose, or I give up a part of me that's getting me closer to who I really want to be. And I already am hurt, but my environment is so fucking toxic and sick that it's just like trying to be heard no matter what the situation is. And I think that's when you know, like, you know, can't nothing rock you. Can't nothing rock your world. Like, and surely that doesn't mean that shit can't happen that don't, you know, that don't throw you off balance sometimes. You once again are in this human form. But it does mean that you know faithfully, you know that even if this is a moment that's occurring, this ain't the all to be all. This ain't the grand scheme of things. This is a part to a whole. This is only a part, and it's preparing me. So if you feel like you're going through fucking hell, or if you think you're going through the most challenging parts of your life, keep fucking going. If you woke up, you got breath in your body, just keep going. I don't give a fuck if you woke up today and you stayed in bed all day, but you still was here. You still was here. You know how niggas used to be like at school, like your teachers would say here, present. Nigga, if you was here today, give yourself a motherfucking handshake, because that means you was consciously aware and dealing with whatever the fuck is holding you hostage. So take it one step at a time, one piece at a day. I be going through it. I haven't been doing a good job of documenting what I've been going through at all times. I kind of just been doing I think the last one I did, it was like just, I couldn't hold that shit in. Like, somebody need to hear that shit, because y'all fucking got me fucked up. Like, I can't hurt nobody, but they can, yeah, like, nah, you see, y'all really trying to make me strong, like, mentally, like, because what you mean? Like, I didn't, That's one of them situations. All right, let's just take her. You know, I don't even want to get into that shit. I'm going to get at the God. I'm going to get at to God, because that's who can handle that. The best version of it. the ultimate source. Like, that's who can handle that. The creator of all creation. Like, that's who can handle that, because that's who even lined all this shit up. So, like, you know what? Some things is out of my hands. I don't even need to dwell on that. I need to learn what I can learn and keep it moving. I'm learning that too. I don't need to microanalyze every single little thing. Literally, believe it. Somebody did hear that. Believe it. When they tell you who the fuck they is, when they show you who the fuck they is, believe it. Oh my gosh, there's a baby turtle in the road. Don't kill it. He was moving so fast to be a baby turtle. Either I'm just so exaggerating, I thought I was gonna roll over it and there was a car behind me, and I'm just like, don't kill the baby turtle. I love turtles. But I guess that nigga want me to slow down. But turtles, it just depends on the turtle. My favorite turtles are sea turtles. But I always grew up around turtles. We even ate turtles, which was, I look back on it, that's most sad for me. But yeah, we ate turtles when I was around. My mama was country, so like, it kind of wasn't nothing. Like, we was in Virginia, but we ate, I mean, Virginia is country. I don't know why people act like Virginia not country. It's rural as fuck. You only got some parts that's like city-fied, but it's rural as fuck. But yeah, we ate a lot of different fucking things. And I remember like coloring the shells of the turtles that we would eat. Like, when I say we ate turtles, we ate not the store turtles. Like, a nigga would, you know, pick a turtle up that was freshly hit off the road and eat the turtle. If you country, you know it. It ain't no shame in your game. The only time that shit is bad is when that meat is rancid. Like, it's been sitting there. But if you got a fresh kill, why let that shit go to waste if you eat meat? If you don't eat meat, then this is not for you. I don't really like a lot of meat, for real. I like light stuff. I like fish and shit. But I don't even know how I feel about chicken too much like I used to. It's like, it's not like that no more. Like, I'll eat it, but it's not like, oh my gosh, I just wish I had some chicken. And it's like more of like, oh my gosh, I wish I had some salmon. Like, and I don't think we do too much of like what's good for, you know, me is good for everybody. I'm not into that. Like, if you're vegan, I respect it. I know that's a really disciplined eating, and for me, and it might be just ease to you, because what's hard for me might be ease to somebody else. So like, that would be really disciplined for me, because you can't eat any animal byproducts. But I do find it funny because plants are living things. I talk to plants. I love on plants, just like I think I do it better with plants than I do animals, because plants don't require too much, but you know what they require, like your little love, your attention, your acknowledgement, your energy that's vibing high with like shit, not animals, like people and other animals. We require a lot. We require a lot. Yeah, so I have a connection to plants as I do with animals, and so when people be like, well, I don't see how people eat animals because they're living things, plants are living things too. So I just think people got to do what's best for them, how they do it. I do think that us as meat eaters overconsume. I don't think we should be eating that much meat, but that's all based on what's right for whoever. I'm starting to listen to my body and see how foods actually respond to my body, and having love, self-love for myself to say, hey, look, just like I'm doing with people, hey, look, if this not in agreement with me, why am I going to keep abusing myself and eating it? So I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm fighting depression just like any and everybody else that's been incarnated here and got some common sense. Because I feel like if you, like, not even just common sense, but like wisdom, because but I think common sense and wisdom is the same thing. But I just feel like being here and having, you know, your senses activated and aware, like, it's depressing because you just woke up into a fucked up world. It's perverted. It's not being ran and functioned the way that it should be. It literally is going against the grain of what's natural and organic to us. And so, of course, you're going to be depressed because you are being oppressed from being yourself. You're literally being oppressed from being yourself. Like, if you grow up in a city, like, you're being oppressed from nature, and nature is you. Nature is God. Like, you don't even get to hardly touch grass because it's pavement everywhere. You don't get to see fruit-bearing trees because all they plant is masculine trees, because number one, they don't want to clean up the mess, and number two, they want you to buy the foods out of the store. When it literally would grow for free. Like, this earth would be self-reproducing as long as we planted the seeds. Like, and we didn't mass produce. The reason that lands become barren is because we literally drain it of its nutrients. So if we didn't mass produce and we allowed the same things we plant, whatever we did not pick and eat, if we allowed that to go back into the earth, that would literally, like, it would be nutrients for the soil. That is compost to the earth. Like, it would keep those fields producing fruit. But since we don't allow that shit to go back into the earth that we don't consume, it literally drains that parcel of land. But if we literally did things agriculturally sound, like, we literally have a very, like, food populated, self-populated earth. Like, we'd have food everywhere. We'd have fruits. The things, if we stopped spraying herbicides on the actual shit that is our medicine, like dandelions and so many other herbs that just naturally grew on the side of the roads and in your yards, like, and stop calling them weeds, that shit is literally medicine. And it was funny because one of my sons, which is my nephew, I call him my son, but my nephew and I was having this conversation 2 years ago, and it was just like, I was talking about wanting a garden, but like not feeling like dealing with all the weeds, and he was like, well, what if, you know, that shit not even weeds? It's just the way that they made you look at it. And like, I've been on a journey ever since, learning about fucking roots and herbs, and learning about this shit, and like how they have medicinal benefits to us. Like, we are living to eat, not eating to live. And so different foods provide different things for you. And so literally listening to your body, honoring your body, taking care of this earth, all that shit, it will all come into alignment. We wouldn't need a hunt for anything. We'd be at fucking peace that we keep begging for. But we gotta go through the process of getting there. So make the changes in you first, and everything else will go with it. Everything else will go with it. So I am, trusting God. I'm not even fighting no more, like, what do you call that? Like, extreme, rah fighting. I'm doing my shit spiritually. Like, spiritually, we're gonna send them prayers. We're gonna light them candles. We're gonna use some herbs. We're gonna use some roots. This spiritual warfare, you must turn to spirit. Now, if somebody physically threaten your life, then that's when you get with the shits. But I've been learning how to balance myself. Maybe it's been a learning curve over this vision. I thank God for all the grace and mercy that I've been given throughout this journey. Not just when I woke up 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I think, almost 3 years ago. Shit, I think 3 years ago, not 3 years ago. The day Dante died, November 23rd, 2023. A year to the date that we separated, and I was like, I give you a year, because he kept saying, like, we've been through everything, we should, be able to work out anything. And I was like, I'll give you a year. If you focus on yourself and get your shit together, like, I'll give you a year. I wasn't all the way sincere, but it was like, shit, if he could pull off a year of staying clean, staying out of trouble, and, holding himself to, paying everything by yourself, like, doing all that shit, like, I would have been amazed. But he could not, so I was just, I had my moment on, like, Father's Day. It wasn't sad, though. Like, it was just, like, reality. Like, him and my mother are just reminders of loving abusive people. Like, when it comes to the stepfather and the father, like, there was no real attachment there. I dealt with my father off the strength that he was my biological father, but I did not fuck with my father. I dealt with my stepdad off the strength of my mother introduced him into our lives, and he became a part of our family. But it was never based on, like, I felt like I needed them. I just felt like they never served, like, this big ass purpose of, like, I needed them in my life. Whereas, and I feel like my mom, I always felt like, oh, what would I be without my mom? Like, who would I be without my mom? And then, like, with Dante, it was like, well, who am I without, my partner? Like, shit like that. So, a lot of codependency in both of them. So, I look at that and see myself and just wrapping up that chapter of codependency. Can't wait to the day that, I look forward to the day where I'm able to leave this situation with my mom, forgive her, but don't deal with her, because literally, you have to protect your peace. I don't give a fuck who it is. It could be your mama, your daddy, it could be your caregiver. I don't care who the fuck it is. Once you get to a point where you are able to go ahead and separate yourself, I had to get my strength back. I'm still working and I'm still praying that God line things up for me for my best benefit, not for no erratic haste, anxiousness, but for my best benefit. Okay? Okay, we all on the same page. Alright, so I'm gonna end this video because I need to go get me some water and some of my salad dressing that I like. And I think that's it. Yeah, we're gonna make sure that's it, because if I go in there, I haven't been doing sweets, but I did do some chocolate covered blueberries, but it did dark chocolate. It's gonna give me some praise. We're gonna give me some praise. I've been doing real good, and that is not an invitation for people to try to knock me off my most square. Even though, like, shit, hit me with your best shot. Like, I'm either going to grow, I'm either going to sit it down for a little bit and then get my shit back together, pick myself back up. But at this point, hit me with your best shot. The only thing that's doing is teaching me where I have a deficit, or I have lack, or I have a skill set that needs to be built up. So I ain't even tripping off or sharing certain shit no more. Like, yes, when I was sharing in the beginning, like, I was scared to death. I was just in a scared, frenzied state. There was a lot going on there, and but now it's just more like, you know, wherever weakness is, I mean, I gotta strengthen it. So thank you for helping me. You probably should have left me the fuck alone, and then I would have remained, you know, weak and lame in that area. But thank you for beefing me up.